win. But not cheating. I mean, but an edge like, talking somebody into playing with a made-up story when they didn't have to play me that. I mean, I had all kind of good tactics. Sometimes the desire to win overcomes your sense of what's right or wrong. You got to walk that fine line. But what can I say? A trip up to Castle Hill too. That day I had played. It was the Nationals. I had a forfeit. Most people might be happy to get a forfeit, but we came all the way from Brighton. I wanted to play. I didn't want to go up there and play the next day. So I was able to talk my opponent. It must have been a 95-degree. Look, I'm winding up telling it anyway. It was the B singles and Nationals, and I was seeded. And I wound up, the first rounds in those days was 131-point game. The heat must have been in the 90s. And my opponent had already played a grueling match beforehand.
Steve Bonifacio.
Right, I remember the name. Please, Albert, don't send. Just keep this between us, this damn tape. So anyway, he was a strong player. He was a big guy, and I didn't think I could beat him if we were both fresh. So between wanting to play that day and sensing that I don't think I could beat him if we were both fresh, I went up to him after his grueling match, and he played that guy Ruben, right? The nice guy that used to play.
Oh, Ruben Farrell.
Right, the guy used to come to take one and play with nice guy. I wonder whatever happened to him. Any event, I went up to Steve, who knew me casually from tournaments, whatever. I said, Steve, listen to this story. This was a Saturday. I said, Steve, I got to work tomorrow, meaning Sunday. Can you do me a favor and play me now? He said, Ben, why did you he said something like, Ben, why did you enter the Nationals if you knew you had to work the next day? And my answer to that real quickly was, I just wanted to play as much as I could, and then if I have to forfeit Sunday, so be it. So he agreed to play me, and being tired as he was a big guy carrying a lot of weight, and me being in great shape to begin with, I beat him pretty handily, like 31-16. I probably could have beat him worse. The next day, when I had to play my next round, who taps me on the shoulder but Steve? I said, holy shit, And he says to me, like, Ben, Ben, what are you doing? He remembered I told him I had to work. So I quickly had to come up with a story. I said, well, you're right, but I called somebody up. I got somebody to take my place. And I kind of sensed that he didn't buy it. He knew I kind of got over on him. But he was a man, and just like when me and Rose watched you on the court, he didn't have to play me.